Hi guys. Well, we all knew the day would come that Leah would forget to hit record. I am so mad at myself, but I am going to hop on here and I'm going to go through basically what I talked about and give you guys another recording of our call. I apologize. I took one of the settings off because sometimes it takes like 4 or 5 minutes for you guys to hop on. And I used to just have it start when I start the meeting, it started recording. And I felt like, oh, I'll just hit record. I'm totally putting that setting back where I do not forget that. So my bad. I am so sorry. There was a few of you on the call. It was so great to see new faces and we had a variety. It was like newbies, someone that was like almost done with the 12 weeks and someone halfway through. It was just really great to see the difference in where your journey is at. It's pretty cool. Kathy mentioned that someone had asked her if she had been losing weight. So it's really exciting to have somebody acknowledge and see the hard work you've been putting in for all these weeks. And it just is such a process of consistency and showing up. And then it's just trusting the process. It's so exciting. So we celebrated some wins and Cassie said she was going up in her weights on her workouts, which is super exciting. And I always say focus on that over really the scale going down. And so that's so exciting. Marshina, she's starting her program today. So I'm excited to navigate that with her. And if any adjustments are needed, we're going to handle that. I did talk about some of the things that we have talked about when it comes to, I shared my screen and it was that was my agenda. I'm so mad at myself. No, it wasn't that. It was, I think I minimized it. Nope, my webinar. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Now you guys can see me not quite as put together. Oh, there it is. I wanted to go through, come on now, the fixed mindset and growth mindset examples. I think my little face over here is covering it. There it is. So we talked about this quiz. And so we went through and we listed what we thought was a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. So the first one, I'll go through them now. There are some things that I am just not good at. Is that a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Well, that would be, I would say, and what everybody said was a fixed mindset. So number 2, I don't mind failing. It's a good chance to learn. That definitely has more of a growth mindset feel just as I speak it. So it's really interesting when I say even the statements, how it feels when I'm saying it. So try saying them out loud. It's really interesting. How about when others do better than me, it makes me feel inferior. So that would be a fixed mindset. And some of us said it was growth. Some of us said it was fixed. That one definitely is a fixed. Anytime somebody else's successes makes you feel less than, that is a mentality of a fixed mindset. Like we all are not growing in our own way. Excuse me. 4, I like trying new things, even if it means getting out of my comfort zone. That feels very growth mindset. It makes me feel successful when I show others I'm good at things. So there was a mixed bag on this and the results, and that is actually a fixed mindset. So if it makes you feel successful when I show others I'm good at things, um, that means you're really looking at yourself as I need to be better than this person over here to feel good or to feel important. Like there's a winner and a loser. And so that is more of a fixed mindset. And I like these because these kind of go in order that show you a fixed mindset, then it goes into a growth mindset. When other people succeed, I feel inspired. That is a growth mindset. So instead of comparing ourselves to somebody else, we are lifting each other up and we're being inspired to even do better. And like that person was able to, then maybe I can too. And so that would be more growth. I feel good when I can do something others around me cannot. And that was also a mixed bag of answers. That would be a fixed mindset. That is also making this in a superior, inferior position, or I'm better than that person and it makes me feel good. While I know that probably does make us all feel good, that is more coming from a fixed mindset, like you have to be better to be important or to be good. And that's not true. You want to feel good when everybody can do the thing that maybe you are good at. It is possible to change how intelligent you are. And that would be growth mindset. That sounds very growth mindset. I think people are born with a certain amount of intelligence and they can't do much to change that. And Kathy said something interesting, like all of these statements that have like the cannot or can't in them should automatically be kind of a giveaway that that is a fixed mindset. And then feeling frustrated makes me want to try harder, which would be growth. So I wanted to share that with everyone and just kind of review, because we can be growth mindset in one area and fixed in another. Just because we are growth in one doesn't mean we're growth in everything. So really maybe identify throughout the week, get your planner out, your growth mindset planner out, and look at the things that you might throughout the week have limiting beliefs on, and try to figure out why you have that limiting belief, and then restate it where it is more of an affirming statement, to make it a growth mindset. And I can send it to you, that planner, if you still need one. You can go through the group and find it. It's it's just like a week long. You can print one out every week and just kind of do that exercise every single day, every week. And you'll be, I think, really interested in how all of that goes. So the growth mindset statements we just did, the 4 agreements book, I wanted to remind everybody of that. The 4 agreements talks about being impeccable with your word, and then not taking anything personally. And then we talked about the 3rd one was don't assume, which that I think everybody's toughest one to not do. And then the 4th one is always do your best. And so this book was a real game changer for me. And I know some of you who I mentioned it before, have ordered the book and read through that, even given it to some friends. It's great. It's a great reread. And so I listen to it on Audible all the time. And it just really keeps me in alignment and keeps me in the right mindset. And I really appreciate this book in every way. Reminder of the macro exchanges. I have talked to many of you throughout changing some things out, getting some variety, which I love. The more the better. Excuse me. The more the better, because this is what you're going to be doing when sadly enough, we're not working together, or you have a vacation or you go do this, you're going to, I want to make sure I'm recording this. Yeah, we are recording, I think. That stopped recording. Okay, good. Oh, that would have been awful. I totally forgot to record this one. I'm going to share my screen again. So macro exchanges, they're perfectly great to do. I love that you guys run that by me, and I talk to you about why we choose what we choose. So if there's ever question about why do I eat this thing and can I change it out and why are we changing it out to this, let's talk about that, because that's the whole name of the game. You're not going to eat the same meal plan for the rest of your life, but you want to have this as your blueprint of what really you need to be doing to reach this specific set of goals that we've talked about doing. And so if that needs to change, then we'll talk about what needs to change in that. So this is your 11th week. Some of you, it is your 11th week. You've got one more support call, and that makes me proud but sad. And I've talked to many of you who are interested in continuing on with me, and there's of course an opportunity to do that. I think it's really important that you continue on this journey, getting the support you feel you need. And I am of course so honored that you are getting the support you need, and you're appreciating the support and guidance and just somebody to kind of come up alongside you and cheering you on and seeing you successful. Maybe even before you see yourself successful. So I am so proud of everybody. Everybody has learned and grown in different areas, and it's exactly the area that you needed to grow in. And so that makes me so proud. And that should make you proud too, that every obstacle you've come across, you've still made a better choice for you and putting yourself first and being a more authentic, true you. And that's what this is about. It's not necessarily about losing weight, even though that's kind of cool. And you guys have been getting those results. This is a holistic approach to lifestyle that is going to allow you to put yourself first, have more self-care, self-love, and living your most authentic self. If you don't feel like you're able to express that, then that is you can die a slow death inside, and no one wants to do that. And a lot of you are close to that, and that makes me sad. And I'm so happy you've reached out for that support, and together we are getting out of that and into a more positive mindset, dealing with everything that life throws at you. It doesn't stop, unfortunately, but how we respond to it can change everything. So the new training also came out. I know it might seem sporadic on here, but it's just my thoughts and how I wanted to go through this training. Came out for a lot of the people who have been in this program for about 11 weeks. And so some of that may or may not, all of it can be translated into a home workout. I just may need to help you along with that. But if you can figure it out, you should be able to by now, but I'm always able to help in that. This is a more gym kind of workout, or I used a lot of gym equipment for it. So if you're wanting to really level up in that weight training level, that is a great split. And you guys who have not been as far into the program will get it eventually. So don't you worry, it's coming your way. We talked about recompositioning your body and how the scale is not the end all be all, and how I even can get into my head about it. I did the first week of prep, and then the second week showed a lot of my first week's work. So just know that if it's not happening, it's not happening. Something is still happening. Does that make sense? Like if it's not happening that second you did that thing that we expect it to happen right then and there. I know I do. Just show up every day, keep consistent. It will. You don't just throw a grain of sand into a bowl and expect it to be full. You just do one at a time. every day, little by little, and eventually the bowl is going to start to fill, but it won't ever fill if you don't every day put that one in there. I know that's a weird analogy, but I'm kind of a visual person, and it will grow and it will build and it will become what it is that you want it to become. But that consistency is that key, and showing up every day for yourself is the way you will succeed at this. Hands down, promise you that. And anyone can do this. All of you are 100% capable of doing anything you want and changing your health and fitness, no matter how old you are, how young, how many kids you have, how busy your job is. None of that is enough to stand in your way of reaching that dream health and fitness level that you want. I made a post just the other day about sacrifice, and we're all sacrificing something, whether we're in our best health and fitness level or we're in our worst. We're sacrificing the ability to do the things we want to do with our kids, to have the stamina to keep and continue doing things with our friends or our family, or just even our jobs. You know, we're sacrificing our self-esteem. All of the things that we sacrifice, you just need to trade that sacrifice out for a different sacrifice, which would be time. It takes time to put towards doing this every day. That you might be taking time away from maybe your children, but time is going to get taken away from your children if you get sick. Time is being taken away from your children because you're not able to do that thing physically. So when you take time away from your children in the sense where you're going to go take care of mommy, or take care of you, you're teaching them how to do that for themselves as well. So it's a twofold thing. And so if there's time going to be taken away regardless, I more would like something to be taken away from them as an example of what they need to do when they become grown, and how they take care of themselves and don't let themselves get so depleted and worn down that they're just done and lifeless. So that's really important. You weigh what sacrifices you are making, and think about what changes that need to be made and that you have made already. Measurements, of course, are usually where we really go off of things. I've had interesting situations where scales down, measurements up, which tell me maybe it might be human error, or we're wearing something different during our measurements. But those two things together are really helpful. And then it has to be a 2-week consistent trend for whatever trend it is for us to make any changes. So, don't freak out like I kind of did, had talked myself off the ledge if something's not moving. Just trust the process, trust that you show up and do it. And that's what I had to do, because I knew I was showing up in my meals. I knew I was showing up in my training, and I knew I have done this so many times before. I know that this process works, and it does, because I had a lot of progress at my 15th day. Oh, took long enough, but I did. And I was so proud, and it made me want to work harder. And then I just gained that momentum. Those first 2 weeks are just, digging deep, showing up, trusting the process, put your blinders on. Don't look at the scale. Don't look at the measurements. Focus on what you're doing every day and doing it the best to your ability. And it will happen. I 100% guarantee you that. Journaling. I love to journal. It really helps me stay in alignment for why I'm here. Why I'm here for myself, why I'm here for my kids, for my clients. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my daily purpose? And I remind myself every day in my journaling. Sometimes I journal a long time, sometimes I don't. But I remind myself every day, what is it that you're here for, Leah? Why are you doing the things that you're doing in a day? Because then if you don't know why, you're going to lose that motivation. You're going to lose that feeling of desiring to do it. You're going to lose the feeling of the desire to do it regardless. But because that feeling that you had when you made the decision to do this is probably not the same as you feel today, because you've had life and you're going through it, and other things are pulling you a lot of different directions, and kids and sickness and jobs and family, all kinds of things. I know all of you have shared with me those things, so journaling and reminding yourself why you're here and what you're all about will be huge. And so I just encourage you guys, if you haven't journaled or you are, stick with it. It's worth it. And then I've gone back and I've read some of my journals and I'm like, gosh, I remember that day. I remember that. And I made it. I like survived it. That was crazy. And you look at that day from a different vantage point, and it's super special to be able to go back. I love reading old journals. Another thing we talked about was treat meals. You all have at this point incorporated the treat meal and learned a lot about yourselves and what you should and maybe shouldn't be doing as a treat. But it's all, it's a learning process, I'm excited for my treat meal this weekend, quite a bit. Excuse me. So if you have any questions about treats, I would say you need to have one a week, and it's just a meal, not a day, just a treat meal, and then stay on point with the rest of your meals that day. So, and it can be anything. I'm probably going to do like literally appetizer, main course, and dessert. Like I'm going to make it count. And I can, because I won't do that towards the end of my prep, but I'm far enough out that it's not going to hurt my progress. It's if anything, going to like enhance my progress. So treat meals, very, very important. Please do them. And then there was a few products that I wanted to share with you guys. Something that Kathy mentioned was BCAs, Excavation Extends. BCAs are 30% off right now. So if you're low or you want to just stock up on your favorite flavor, please go do that. 30% off online, I'm assuming. And there was a flavor she had asked about in the Facebook group, and I replied with something ice, freedom ice or something. And I replied with blue raspberry with a hint of flavor, or cherry flavor is what I read about it. I've never tried that flavor, but so she's, I think, gonna look for that to come back into stock because they're out right now. So another product, Cassie had it right there at her desk, is this guy. For convenience, you guys can get these. It's 150 calories, so it's a little bit higher in calories than I would prefer, but if it's better than nothing. And if you're out of your protein or you're on the go, please keep this in mind. They taste fantastic. They are lactose free, 30 grams of protein, 2 grams of sugar. Yeah, 2 grams of sugar. Total carbs is 4, really 3 carbs because of dietary fiber. What am I doing, Leah? You're old. Get your glasses on. Come on, get with it. Oh, there we go. 2.5 grams of fat. And I just don't like the glare that you can't like see my eyes. So this is really great. I'm really a big fan of this, and it's not refrigerated in Sam's in the warehouse because of the way they pasteurize it and the packaging. It doesn't have to be, but once you open it, then you must refrigerate it. But hopefully you can drink all of it. Another product I love is this Calm. It is magnesium. It's a delicious flavor. It's the anti-stress drink mix. This is a watermelon flavor, and it's fantastic. I use 2 teaspoons in about 4 ounces of lukewarm water, and I let it fizz, and I swish it around, and it's wonderful. It helps really well with pooping, and it's just really good for you, calms you, helps you sleep. It's very good. There are some I saw, and I didn't need it, but there are some Calms that have, it's like Calm nighttime, which it has a little bit of melatonin in it too. So look into that. This was at our local Whole Foods store here in Springfield. It is Mama Jean's, wherever it is for you guys, Trader Joe's or whatever, wherever you live. There's you guys are all over. So try that. And then Cassie one time asked me about collagen. protein. And so I found this and I need collagen because I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is getting a little thinner, even though I went through kind of a stressful year, and that's probably normal. I am still young enough. I want some nice, beautiful hair, nails, and skin still. So this is amazing. This goes in your coffee. It is coconut. Let me see. Organic coconut milk powder. 1 to 2 scoops with 8 ounces of hot coffee or hot liquid. It is 10 grams of collagen. So 10 grams of protein, 3 or 4 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat. So that's why it would be a total of 140 calories. But you know what? It's worth it. It's got so many amino acids in here and collagen. You have all of the essential amino acids, 8 or the 9 of them. And so no sugar added. It supports good skin, hair, and nail support. It's paleo friendly. Your skin elasticity. Let's talk about that, guys. When you start to lose weight, what's the last thing that responds is the skin. Okay, but it will. It will. So talk to me if you don't already do collagen. Talk to me about that. We'll make sure we can fit it in your meal plan because it is amazing. So then I found these. I had a client actually pull these out because I was working them really hard in the gym. And these are made by Cliff. They're energy blocks. They're like little chewies. I had one open and I showed you what it kind of looked like. This is salted watermelon. I just want to eat it right now. No, Leah, no. So I'm not working out. This is for when you work out. I'm also going to give this for my boys because they're starting to train for their sports and they're tall and have high metabolisms and their glycogen can just tank. So these are really good. There's an orange flavor. This orange flavor actually has like 25 milligrams of caffeine. And this one, the salted watermelon, has 2 times the sodium. So sometimes when you can't get a pump in the gym, a little sodium helps you out, helps draw in some of the water and fluid. And then 25 mgs of caffeine in the tropical punch. There is a strawberry flavor that does not have the caffeine, and this mountain berry does not have the caffeine. And it is USDA organic. So better than my suggestions that I had made before, going and getting gummy bears or even a bag of Skittles if you are gassed out in the middle of your workout. Please try these. Don't eat the whole package. It's 3 gummies is a serving. This one says it's 100 calories, which would equate to 24 carbohydrates. Total sugars is 12. This one is 90 calories. That's the salted watermelon. That one's 100, the tropical punch. So mainly 90 to 100 calories for a serving. There's probably 2 servings in here, 2.5. Yeah, 2 servings per package. I'm going to post this product, all these products in the Facebook group. And that was really all I had to share. Again, my apologies for forgetting to hit the record button because I just love the call. I love everybody being able to see each other and see your guys' beautiful faces everyone is going through this journey. I am even going through this journey with you myself. And I love this group. I love you ladies. You are my queens. And I get excited to do this call. I was so excited to do the call. I forgot to hit record. So here is a condensed version and my apologies. I'm going to change my setting to go back to automatically recording it when we do our calls. So those of you who are about to end your program, I'll be reaching out to you and just talking about what the last 12 weeks have been like for you and what next, like, what do we want to do? There's all kinds of things you can do. So many goals to hit, change, and reset. And it's really exciting because I think you all have really grown so much in the areas where you needed it. And you guys are exactly where you need to be today, this moment, and you're doing it. I mean, this is what it's about. And if you would like more support, longer support, I'm of course always available for that, and we will chat more individually on those things. So have a wonderful rest of the week. I love meeting on Wednesdays because it's just like a great middle of the week pick me up. Wish everybody wish Marshina luck on the first day of her meal plan. You guys all know what that felt like, and I don't want her to be overwhelmed, and I know she's going to do great. She's so ready for this, and I cannot wait to continue watching her journey on this, as well as all of you. You guys are very special to me. I think about you guys all the time, and I love all the communication I have with you guys throughout the week. Please keep it up, and it's amazing. You are amazing. You're doing amazing. You are exactly where you should be. Nothing has gone wrong. Have a great week, guys.